This person called me fat.
So I decided to become a pro bodybuilder to prove everyone wrong because they don't know this one thing. This is what I look like in December, and I knew I needed to get in shape, so the first thing I did was find a bodybuilding coach. So this is Anna, who's my boxing coach's wife, and also a professional bodybuilder. She helped me put together a training plan, and the goal was to compete in a real bodybuilding show and impress Anna. So I started training at the gym. I worked hard for months, but that was the easy part because I already train a lot anyway. The two hard things would be the diet and also another skill that Anna helped me learn: posing. Not only was this the furthest outside of my comfort zone I've felt in a while, having to strip down, show off my body, and practice these poses, I was also terrible at it. However, you'll see why posing is so important later. To make things more interesting, I also wanted some extra competition. So this is my friend Paul and Darko. Their job was to make my life harder because they're both in very good shape and willing to train hard. And we all trained hard. We changed our diet, did everything right, but let's skip a few months ahead to where things actually get interesting.
Alright, we're like 7 weeks out for the show. This is how I look. But now that we're getting closer to the show, I'm gonna step up the posing. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm eating, how I'm exercising, and everything that I'm doing in order to get ready for the show.
At posing class, 7 weeks out from the show, you can see I'm a lot better at posing. I'm also significantly leaner than I was several months ago, but still much fatter than Paul and Darko, which you're gonna see create some problems for me down the line. Over the months, I've put together a routine that I'd have to perform for the show. And you might be thinking right now, I don't look like a bodybuilder, so let me clear up a few myths. The first myth is what you're used to seeing when you think of a bodybuilder. Those guys are highly synthetic. And since I've never used performance-enhancing drugs or steroids, and I've only been training for 3 years, I'm quite small. However, in this federation, if I can get lean enough, I still may have a shot. But this wasn't close to where I needed to be, and 3 weeks out from the show is where things started getting crazy. The second myth is that in order to get shredded, it takes a lot of working out. And you'll see what I'm doing in the gym every day, and it was a lot. However, the most important part is diet. At this point, I was eating around 2,000 calories a day and burning 3,000. With 3,500 calories in a pound of fat, that meant I was dropping around 2 pounds a week. I've been hitting the gym every day for like 3 years and doing a bunch of fitness challenges, but that's myth number 3. My fitness challenges are definitely not making me look like a bodybuilder, even though you might think they are. That's where this all started because of so many comments people left thinking the amount of exercise I was doing must mean I'm getting shredded. However, this is the weakest I've ever been doing this challenge.
Coach told us to drop our carbs a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie, I am feeling it.
I'm starting to feel very 3 weeks out from the show, you know? I don't know how I look. I still feel pretty fat. I don't think I'm ready. I also just feel really tired, and it's difficult to think and like concentrate on tasks. I'll like go and do a task and then like forget what I'm doing, and it's difficult to focus on things for a long period of time. And I think that's just because my carbs are low and I'm not eating a lot. Yeah, that's what it is actually. It is that. I feel fatter than I did several months ago, even though I know I'm not.
As the days went by, and even since the beginning, I've lost so much strength in everything I was doing and often felt tired and couldn't think clearly. Myth number 4 is that being shredded does not mean strong. A calorie surplus gives you energy, and I had not been in a calorie surplus for months. I constantly felt hungry and tired, but I kept pushing on. I was looking way better, but also feeling worse. And that's myth number 5. Just because you look better doesn't mean you feel like you do. Body dysmorphia is a huge thing. I looked at myself in the mirror every morning and would always see the parts of myself that I needed to fix now that I had more awareness. But 2 weeks out, I needed to step it up even more.
So we're now 2 weeks and a day out from the show, and something bad has happened. I now need to go completely keto because it's gonna get rid of some like bunch of stuff in my body, just make me look leaner. It's not healthy, but it's gonna make me look leaner. And lower my calories by 500 a day.
Until this point, I was eating 2,000 calories a day. However, I was way too fat, so I needed to drop it to 1,500 and drop all carbs entirely. Not that I or Anna would recommend doing it as a diet to lose weight, but I needed to lose everything, including water weight in my skin, and keto would help with that.
For this one, these are 70 calories, 9 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs.
Myth number 6. Looking like a bodybuilder most likely isn't healthy. With the stuff you're seeing us do, especially more towards the show, it's with the goal of leaning out as much as possible, but that's not lasting or very healthy. Taking supplements to get rid of the excess water in my skin just to give you that extra little bit of leanness. During this time it was strange. I had some moments of clarity, but also a lot of moments of mental exhaustion. I found myself tired way more often, but also struggling to sleep. I worried at the rate that I was losing fat fat, I would have loose skin, which wouldn't be good for the show. But I kept going on, and as the days kept passing by, taking watertight pills to get rid of excess water, barely sleeping, eating nothing, still doing an hour a day on the Stairmaster, hitting the gym 5 days a week, everything became a blur as it led up to the show.
Anna said we get to eat real food, like a burger. So we're gonna go get a burger right now. It's not like that much food, it's gonna be like 500 calories, but it's so nice to eat something other than like chicken. That's hype. It's 6 days out from the show today, and I still feel a little bit too fat. I don't think I'm gonna win. However, I've noticed something really interesting. Since I've been doing this, I've actually, just in general, felt a lot happier. Obviously with the keto and stuff, I'm going through mood swings like all the time. However, I've noticed something, especially yesterday with the burger, that something as simple as a burger made me so happy. Because I've been so deprived of everything, I'm actually able to appreciate the small things more and more. And I'm noticing myself looking forward to it. I'm waking up every day and like, oh boy, I get to take, my pre-workout and protein shake. Yeah, I like the taste of my protein shake, so it's just really good. And I'm just really happy to be able to do that and hit the gym, and it's exciting. And I just find, like anything, when I walked 50,000 steps, I never appreciated more the ability to sit down. Or when you spent 4 minutes at the bottom of the pool, you've never appreciated more the ability to breathe. But like, when you just live purposely depriving yourself of all of these things, it has the opposite effect of what people think. You don't feel upset, you feel more happy just for like little everyday things.
So it is 2 days before the show, and it's feeling real. Kinda hit me last night. I'm going to be going up on stage with these little shorts. I think proving to myself that I'm able to do this and be confident will be a pretty big achievement for me.
The day before the show, we got ready in the morning, did a quick 1 hour cardio session, then headed down to get our first coat of a spray tan, which we would need for the show.
We're just driving down right now to get a spray tan. We're gonna get tanned, then we're gonna carb load up for the show, and then essentially go without water and food until the show. So what are we doing right now?
We're going to eat.
We're getting food!
Later that night, we registered and gathered for a brief meeting to understand what it would be like for the show, and eventually it came to the day of the show.
This is my meal today. It's egg whites and protein powder, and you'd be surprised to hear it's actually pretty good.
So I had to shave off all my hair for the show. I used a hair removal cream, which was totally fine everywhere except for my armpits. I have like a huge burn mark. Oh, also want to know something crazy? I've been holding the camera when I step on the scale the entire time. I actually weigh 133.6? That's actually crazy. That's down 28 pounds.
We had to stop drinking water halfway through the day before. The only thing I got was a small amount of water to sip on throughout the day, so I didn't pass out. I used it all for my pre-workout in the morning.
We're waiting for our tents, and for some reason Tyler just, I don't know, he just keeps on thinking of new ideas, trying to talk to me about it. It's in full work mode somehow with no calories.
This guy Brian Johnson takes 111 supplements a day, and I'm trying to figure out what they all are and what they all do.
We got that final coat of spray tan, then went backstage to practice and understand how we would have to come out on the stage. We were going to be called any minute to perform, so in our dressing rooms we were getting ready. Before going out though, Anna said we could eat a chocolate bar before the show, and that chocolate bar was the best chocolate bar of my life. And at that moment I realized how much effort I had put into this and had more pride in what I'd accomplished, but it was still time to compete and see who would actually win.
We're going up now. Wish me luck.
I was nervous going on stage. There weren't any mirrors like in a studio, and I became so focused I couldn't even tell what music was playing. However, I did my best. Paul and Darko went after me at some point and killed their routines as well. Eventually it came down to see who would win in the show that we spent the last 6 months of our lives training for.
We just came back from stage. We killed it.
Unbelievable 6 months for 2 minutes. That was awesome.
Now let's see who won. I could drink for the first time in 24 hours. I have a feeling I'm gonna finish this entire thing. That wasn't even a challenge. We had to throw on some suits before judging.
And to my surprise, Darko came in first and Paul came in second, which I found amazing because the three of us together with the work that we put in were able to stand out against the other contestants. And honestly, seeing their transformations as well, I couldn't be more happy with the results.
Just coming out, I made 3rd place. Now it's time to train to break a world record.